Is that a poop? What is that?
No, that's just a good startle reflex.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Now look at her. She's like, oh God, Dad, we have to talk about my poop in front of all these people.
Sorry, I embarrassed you just like I do your mother. Oh,
Say my prayers.
oh my God.
Please, God, make Dad stop talking.
Never.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
Graydon. We brought our second kid home in April. We brought our first kid home in May. Once we got them in the door, we just sat them down and waited. We waited for the animals to see them. And then just waited some more. The kids had been through a lot, and so had we. Eventually, the kids' eyes opened. Then there was movement. Then there was crying. We were just in the hospital for 2 weeks. What could these kids be crying about? Looking at the hierarchy of needs, self-actualization, fulfillment of one's own potential. I haven't even achieved that for myself yet. These kids are on their own. Esteem. I told them they're both pretty today, so that can't be the issue. Love and belonging. I introduced them to the cats, so that's done. Safety. Well, they're still in the car seat, which is the safest place in the world. Physiological. Shelter, check. Air, check. I'm not supposed to give them water, so that brings it down to food.
How to bottle feed a baby. Learning the proper techniques will help ensure that you and your baby can enjoy feeding times. You will need
every 2 hours there's a feed, and most of that time, half of it comes back to us. The first few months it was a blur, and the only thing tracking time was how many times I fed them. If that awful musical Rent can measure a year in love, then I will measure the first 6 months in ounces.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
Emerson! And a healthy baby eats between 24 and 32 ounces a day. Ours do a bit more because a third of it gets spit up on the floor for the dog to eat. And I wouldn't change a thing. I've never taken care of anyone before, and the fact that these kids throw a fit every other hour to remind me that I'm not just on my own here. Even when they're at daycare and I'm at work, I've been conditioned to check my Baby Watcher app to make sure they are still alive and being cared for. They've just started holding their own bottles, and pretty soon they'll be working up the hierarchy of needs. Hopefully they'll keep me in the loop on their belonging, esteem, and self-actualization needs as clearly as they have the food stuff.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
Spencer!